Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be filming my makeup wish list. I was inspired to do a video like this after seeing Megan's makeup wish list a couple weeks ago, and I used to kind of have a spreadsheet on my computer of things I wanted to try. I kind of started doing that after I started watching a lot of YouTube and just seeing a lot of reviews of things. I just wrote down everything I wanted to try, but I kind of stopped keeping up with it, and I think it would be a good thing to do in the future just as I'm trying to be more mindful about my makeup purchases. So I decided to come up with my wish list and I'm going to share it now. So I'm going to go category by category and talk about things that I'm interested in trying at some point. They're not things I'm going to rush out and buy anytime soon, but if you have any thoughts on them or input on whether or not if you've tried them, if you think they're good or if they're bad, or if you think I would like them or not, please leave those in the comments below because I would love to hear your guys' feedback. Alright, so if I'm looking down, it's because I have this on my iPad right now, so yeah, so the first category is primers, and I have two primers in this category. I have the Too Faced Hangover RX primer, and I would really like to try that. I've heard some nice things about it, and it is the kind of primer that I really like. I really like the more moisturizing types of primers. I find that I don't think I need a primer every single day, especially if it's one that's kind of more like a moisturizer, because I usually do my makeup, you know, not too long after I've done my skincare routine in the morning. But there are times where I end up doing my makeup later at night, and I think it would be nice to have something that I can keep in my makeup area and not have to like go into my bathroom and get lotion because, you know, let's face it, I'm not going to do that. So I'm not sure if that will really help my makeup last longer or anything, so if you've tried that, please let me know. And then the other one I want to try again is the Makeup Forever HD Primer. I had a foil sample of that product and I brought it with me to visit my sister in Chicago, and I wore it one day. I had a really long day. We went out to brunch, we were shopping, we went to a concert, and I didn't take up my makeup until, you know, well past midnight, 1 a.m., maybe even 2 a.m. And I was surprised when I used a makeup wipe just how much makeup was still on my face. And I had used that primer, so I would love to get another sample of that and kind of give it another test run, because at first I thought it was the foundation, but I've been using that foundation with other primers and I don't think that's it. So I want to give it another try. I really would like to get a sample of that instead of just purchasing it, so I can test it out again before I decide whether or not I really would like that, because I think it would be nice to have a primer that can really make my makeup last longer for, you know, times when I'm having a really long day or a big event or something like that. So if you've tried that and noticed that it really works for longevity, please let me know if it was some kind of fluke or something, because I was super impressed with it that one day. Right, next up for foundation, I just have one, and it's a drugstore foundation. It's the CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous. And I know that Megan really likes it, and I've heard great reviews about it from other people as well, so I really want to try that. But right now I just have a lot of foundations to get through, so it won't be something I'm getting anytime soon, but that is kind of on my radar. Concealer, I actually have a lot, and I'm not planning on buying any more concealers until I use up some of the ones I have, but I have a mix of drugstore and high-end on my wish list. So for the drugstore, they're all Maybelline for some reason. I have the Maybelline Fit Me, which I've heard is kind of like the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, but then other people say it's definitely not at all. So I would like to try that one before I try the NARS one, which I guess I'll talk about that now. That's also on my wish list, because I'd rather fall in love with something that is at the drugstore than, you know, that is so expensive. So I want to try that one first and then maybe try the NARS one and kind of compare, so I can see if the NARS one really is any better or not. Then the other ones are the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind, which so many people on YouTube have that concealer and rave about it, so I'd really like to try that one. I know there's a couple different shades and I'm not sure which one I would want, so if you have tried that, please let me know which shade you like, and because there's like a brightening one and like a concealing one and or like a correcting one, I think. I don't know. And then I think this one's kind of new, and I don't know if I have the name right, and it's the Maybelline Master Conceal, and I know Nicole from Young, Wild and Polished was raving about that recently, so that's another one I put on my list of things to try out. And then for high-end, I have the NARS, like I mentioned, and also the Laura Mercier Secret Camouflage. The next category I have is powders, and I have two, and they're both under eye setting powders. I have the e.l.f. under eye setting powder and the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. And I know a lot of people swear by the e.l.f. one, but I've also heard it does have like a little bit of glitter in it, which kind of scares me, but I would like to give it a shot since so many people really like it. And then also the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder I've heard really great things about. But I'm not sure if there's any like glittery particles in there, so if you've tried that, please let me know. I'll have to check it out the next time I'm at Sephora. I think I did. I can't remember if I've ever looked at it in person, but that's something I need to do before I buy it, obviously. The next section I have is bronzers and contour, and in my I'm gonna know buy updates, I kind of have been thinking about things to buy during the VIB sale since I decided that's when I would be able to buy things. So I kind of had my whole contour, the whole reason I kind of was focusing on the contour thing was because I don't really have anything to contour with. I have some bronzers, but they're just too warm. So that's kind of how I got into thinking about getting the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, which is what I have down here, and also the Marc Jacobs, I forgot what they're called, but they're like filter, something with the word filter in them, duos, and it's the medium one that I'm interested in. So in my last I'm Gonna Know By update, someone recommended trying one of the Wet n Wild contour like duos that just came out instead of investing in a higher end piece, because then if I don't end up liking it or using it, I won't be out that much money, which was a really good idea. I think when I started thinking about contour products, the drugstore didn't really have anything. But in the last couple months, a lot more things have come out. So I am interested in the Wet n Wild contour duos, but I haven't seen them in stores yet. So if you know where I can get them, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to have to try to order it. But I haven't seen them in my Walgreens or Target or anything like that. So I am keeping my eyes peeled for that one. Then for blush, I have so much blush. I don't need any more blush, but of course I want more blush. The first thing I have are the Clinique Cheek Pops, and I have the Ginger Pop from the original, I think 4 colors that came out in that range, but they just made a huge expansion of that range. There's so many colors that look so pretty. The one I have written down here is Nude Pop, because I don't really have any nude blushes. I got Tarte Exposed in December because I wanted a nude blush, but I found that it's just Exposed pulls really rose on me. So I really like it, but it's not what I had in mind when I purchased it. So I really wanted something more brown. I have a CoverGirl Cheekers that is kind of more of a brown shade, but this one that looks different than that, and so it might be something I want to try. And I also have the Rose Pop shade written down because that one looked really tempting as well. The first one I think my eye was drawn to was actually Fig Pop, and Temptalia said in her review of it that, you know, it was really great. It got like an A+, but it was a little redundant with Ginger Pop, so I'm glad she kind of did some stash swatching before I had to, because I probably would have come home with the exact same color that I already have. And then I have the ColourPop blushes. So far I've only tried the ColourPop lippy sticks and lippy pencils, and I really like those. And so I really want to try some of their blushes. I haven't really looked into the color range very much, but I know that Nicole from Young Wild and Polish really likes the shade Prenup, I think, and then maybe Birthday Suit. So those are 2 I've heard of, but I would like to kind of look at all the colors and, you know, see what might add to my collection instead of, you know, be a dupe for something I already have. And finally, I have NYX blushes. I've never tried a blush by NYX, and I've heard a lot of great things about those as well, so that's another thing I would like to try at some point. For eyeliner, I have 2 drugstore eyeliners with brush tips, the Julie G and the Physicians Formula. I was intending to buy the Julie G one this past weekend when I was visiting my parents because they live near some Rite Aids, but their Rite Aid didn't have it, so I didn't get a chance to try any other Rite Aids, so I think the next one on my list is Physicians Formula. And that was recommended to me by Cherish or Pretty Pistol 86. And then I also just want to try some drugstore black pencil liners, and I have the Jordana liquid pencil written down. I don't know the real name of it. I think I might have heard of that one from Cherish as well, I'm not sure. But I really like the Urban Decay Perversion one, but, you know, I'd much rather find one I like that isn't $20. So I have so many black liners right now just from subscription boxes and stuff to get through, so it'll be quite a while before I'm in the market to buy another one, but when I am, I do want to try some from the drugstore. Next I have eyeshadow, and we all know I don't need any more eyeshadow, but I want more eyeshadow. So I have a palette here. I have the Kat Von D Monarch palette, and I've heard so many great things about that palette. I've looked at it, it looks beautiful, but I've never picked it up, and I'm really curious. I don't have any Kat Von D products, I did have her Trooper brush tip liner, which is my favorite so far, but I'm also trying to try the drugstore versions of those. But yeah, I'm really curious about that palette. And then I just have some other brands written down that I would like to explore. I have Burberry, Dior, and ColourPop. So I'd love to try some eyeshadows from those brands sometime in the future. For lips, I have the MAC Prep and Prime Lip Primer, and I heard about that from Coffee Break with Danny. And right now I have the Too Faced Lip Insurance. I have a sample of it. And then I also have a NYX Lip Primer, and I don't really like that one. That one's like pencil, and it has like a color to it. And the Too Faced Lip Insurance is clear, and I think the MAC one is clear as well. It's kind of like a lip balm, but she said it kind of dries down and is tacky. I don't know. It sounded really interesting when she was talking about it. So when I'm done with my Too Faced one, I might pick that up because I just don't think I like the NYX one enough to use it up. Then for lipsticks, I have a few different ranges I want to try. I really want to try the NARS Audacious lipsticks, and I didn't write that down on here actually, I just kind of remembered that. I've heard that they're really great, but they are really expensive, so it's not something I would purchase probably until the VIB sale in November. Then I have the Urban Decay Revolution lipsticks, and I recently tried some samples of those in my declutter challenge, and I was really, really impressed with them. The shades I really liked were Liar and Rush. They're kind of more everyday, nude, not anything too bright shades. The red ones are really nice too, but I have so many red lipsticks right now, I don't need any more. Then I also have the Anastasia liquid lipsticks, which I've talked about before in one of my I'm on a no buy updates. And I just saw last night that the Stila has added a few colors of their Stay All Day liquid lipsticks for their summer collection, and there's a bright orange, and I love bright orange lips in the summer, so I kind of have that on my radar, but I'm not sure. I do have some orange lipsticks, and I probably don't need a liquid version of it, but it looked really, really pretty. The next category I have is Other, and it's just kind of a random stuff. So the first thing is Cinema Secrets Makeup Brush Cleanser. And I saw a demo of this cleanser by Autumn Moore. I'll try to remember to link that down below so you can see it. And I was super impressed with that cleanser. It just kind of sucked the color out of the brushes, and I think would be a great way to keep my brushes cleaner in between deep cleanings. So I might pick that up during the VIB sale this month actually. And then another thing I might get soon is the Shiseido Cotton. I've seen a lot of people say that they thought it was so stupid and overpriced, and then they tried it and now they're hooked. So I kind of want to see what all the fuss is about there, and I might as well pick it up when it's on sale. Then I just have MAC products in general. I've never gotten really into MAC yet. I have a bunch of lipsticks by MAC, but that's about it. I think the only other thing is I recently got Fix Plus, and I have the Warm Soul blush. So those are the only MAC products I have, and I would love to get more into that brand in general. So if you have any products you swear by from MAC, please let me know what they are. And then finally I have nail polish, and I don't have a specific shade right here, but I really want a nude nail polish. I don't really have any kind of nude colors, anything close to that at all, so that's something I'm on the lookout for. And I'd love to try some more drugstore nail polishes. Most of my nail polishes are OPI and SE, or I guess mostly OPI, but I do have some other brands, but all ones that are more expensive, and I'd love to try some cheaper brands. So if you know of a good drugstore nude nail polish, let me know. I did have Julie G nail polishes on my wish list, but I picked some of those up this weekend at Rite Aid, and they didn't really have a nude shade, so I didn't get to hit two birds with one stone with that purchase, but I would love to hear about any other drugstore brands of nude nail polish that you know of. So yeah, so that's everything on my wish list right now. I'll probably do another one of these, later in the year and see what has changed or what I've tried, and let you guys know how that has been going. But I'm on a low buy, as you know, so I won't be rushing out to buy any of this stuff anytime soon. But things like concealer and powder and foundation are things I'm going to pick up once I'm out of ones I have now. So we'll see how long it takes for me to use up all the concealer I have right now, but there's so many I want to try. So yeah, so if you have any feedback, let me know, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!